this level of traffic the rest of the trip. No one. 8 a.m. on a Sunday. It's about 40 degrees out. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here. Just kicking off the second part of this big European road trip with a visit to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Not sure how much you could see that, but yeah, just drove up from basically Europa Park yesterday. Just did a full driving day through the Eurotunnel, came up here to the UK. Gonna be hitting up some big bucket list parks over the next few days. Just kind of doing a whistle stop tour here with the mind of doing a bigger trip later on to the UK, kind of doing a deeper dive. But yeah, very excited to get on the likes of Icon and the big one today. Hopefully it's running. Hopefully both of them are running. It's a very, very cold day, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 something degrees with wind gusts. So that should make it around in the 30s. But kind of knew that the weather was going to be a gamble when booking this trip. I'll kind of talk more about that as the day goes on. But yeah, for now, let's head on into Pleasure Beach, see what we can ride, and excited to take you guys along with me for the ride as always. So let's giddy up. Blackpool Pleasure Beach. 11 o'clock park open. I think they close around 5 or 6 today. Let's see what rides we can get on. Alright, and I'm in. About 15 minutes before park open. Nice that they're letting people in early and kind of walk around. I'm sure they're probably holding up at some point. Big one. I think this is Valhalla here, which I will not be riding, even if it's open. Not want to get soaked. I'm gonna head in and see how far I can go. Classic Derby racer. Alice in Wonderland. Huh. Wonder how it compares to a Disneyland ride. Steeplechase here. So surreal being here. Oh, this is Grandnational, not Steeplechase. Grandnational, I think, is closed for the season. There's also a ghost train here. I'll have to come back here to the front later after I finish all the coasters and try to do some of these dark rides. Continue to head in. Talk a little bit about I guess it's very chilly today. I was mentioning at the during the Europa Park vlog, you know, I was definitely gambling coming out here at the end of March, early April. I think ideally I'd want to come out here end of April. Just couldn't make it work with the scheduling. But with bad weather also is low crowd, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Sun's out today too, which is nice. Let's see what kind of coasters are open here. This looks like Revolution, I think. I just saw it testing a minute ago. Nickelodeon Land here to the left. I'm gonna try to find Icon. Make that the first ride of the day if it's open. Yeah, we'll just see whatever I can get on. It's gonna be very quiet here today, for sure. Revolution definitely is testing. This looks like a shuttle coaster. Last one of those I rode was Montezuma's Revenge. Knott's Berry Farm. Who knows if that's ever going to run again. I gotta say, this park is a little bit smaller than what I was expecting based on the number of coasters I saw. They've packed a lot in here. It's a pretty small footprint. This looks like a bobsled coaster. I think it's Avalanche. There's a little bit of a line for it right now. We're trying to find Icon. It looks like it over here. It's a Mack launch coaster. It looks very good. Cannot wait to get on this. And the big one as well. These are the two coasters I've been looking forward to the most here at this park. Let's miss a track. There's a lot of coasters here in this shot. there on Icon. It's a very good ride, a very long layout, lots of twists and turns. I think that downward barrel roll is probably my favorite element. Get a lot of hang time on that. Obviously running a bit slow, but that is due to the weather, so it's hard to judge the speed. I bet during the summer this is a pretty wild ride. Lots of those types of transitions where you're going from right to left. Twisted track here. It's a very, very solid ride. I want to go around for a back row ride. Looks like there's still no activity at the big one. I haven't seen the train going around. Maybe it'll open up. Maybe it's too cold. I don't know. Have a back row ride on Icon. There on Icon. I think I prefer the back row a little bit better. You get yanked over that top hat, you do feel the elements a lot more. I still think my favorite element is that kind of downward barrel roll there. Zoom in on that. It's a great ride. It's hard to judge it because I know it's running pretty slow because of the temperature. So it's very hard to judge a ride that looks like it's heavily speed based. It's hard to judge it when it's very cold out. But still a solid ride, some very good transitions. Kind of meanders here in the second half. Still a very solid ride. It's probably gonna fall somewhere in my top 50. Just have to kind of evaluate afterwards to see where it lands. So I saw Avalanche was running as well as Revolution. I think Steeplechase is running as well. So I think that's what's coming up next. Let's go for a ride on Avalanche, Mack Bobsled. That was Avalanche. Actually a very good Mack bobsled. I think I'd actually take it over Schweitzer Bob-on at Europa Park there that I did the other day. Up next, I think I'm gonna have a ride on this shuttle coaster here, Revolution. Still no activity on the big one yet. Just checked the app and it's saying due to high winds it is closed, so it's not even the temperature. It's interesting. I'm gonna head on up to Revolution. This is an Aero shuttle coaster. Whereas Montezuma's Revenge at Knott's Berry Farm was a Schwarzkopf shuttle coaster. It's currently been dismantled, and I don't know if it's ever gonna run again, sadly. Some great views from up here, the Revolution platform. The big one. Looks like Steeplechase was running just 2 of the 3 tracks. Try and get both of those next. Gorgeous view from up here, for sure. Let's ride on this shuttle coaster, Revolution. Revolution. It's got a back row ride on that. I was not expecting that much airtime on the first drop. I definitely got yanked over and was sustained floater airtime there. That was crazy. Going backwards wasn't that bad. A little jolty. Overall, not too bad. Better than I was expecting anyway. Anyway, I'm going to continue on to Steeplechase. Try and get the 2 sides that are running. 2 of the 3 anyway. Let's have a ride on another classic Aero Steeplechase. Now I'm falling behind. Yup, let's go. Faster this girl. Just did the green track and red on Steeplechase. Yellow's not running. Actually not a terrible ride, just a little painful on some of those turns where I get like jabbed in the hip. So that kind of hurt a little bit, but overall, not too bad for a ride made in the 70s. Revolution also made in the 70s. Big one, 1994. Three aerodynamic classics here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So up next, I'm going to take a quick little break, grab some food, then I think I might do the Nickelodeon coasters because those close a little bit early. And then I'll make my way back over here for more rides on Icon, as well as Infusion and Big Dipper, I believe, is still to come. Zamperla Disco here, Airbender. Heading into the Nickelodeon area. 4 more coasters left to do. 3 of them are classic wooden coasters. 2 of them from the 30s, and another one from 1923. Obviously, there's a lot more to this park. There's more dark rides over at the front of the park. I'm basically just focusing on the coasters today because it kind of have limited operating hours. This is closing at 5 and it's about 2:30 right now. So let's have a ride on Blue Flyer, not Blue Fire. Did that at Europa Park last week. Blue Flyer. Blue Flyer, 1934 on that one. Crazy. So we use a handbrake to start and stop it. Cute little family wooden coaster there. Go from one of those to another here, Nickelodeon Street, which I think is also from the 30s. So we'll look it up on our CDB. It's also a nice cute little log flume here too. Nice area here, this Nickelodeon Universe. I think it opened in 2011. If I'm not mistaken. Obviously the wooden coasters here are there well before it. Everything got kind of rethemed to Nickelodeon. Oh, Nickelodeon Street, let's have a ride. There we go! Nickelodeon Street. It's probably smooth for the most part on the straightaways. Also need a handbrake to start and stop. Classic wooden coasters. 2 more coasters left to do. Vekoma SLC called Infusion. And another classic wooden coaster from 1923, Big Dipper. I don't know if you saw in the POV. The big one is testing. I saw a train go by. So hopefully that opens up. Still have a couple hours left in the day. That would be amazing if that did open up. I'm gonna try and knock out the last 2 coasters and we'll see what's running after that. Might as well do 3 classic coasters in a row. 1923, Big Dipper. Let's go for a ride and then become an SLC infusion. Hopefully that doesn't kill me. Kill my neck anyway. Big Dipper, actually not too bad. The classic wooden coasters here are fairly well taken care of, I'd say. Pretty smooth. Anyway, I don't know if you saw that from the POV, but big one is still testing. It looked like there was a worker up on the mid-course brake run with a train. I don't envy that job. So I don't know if that's going to open today. Probably not, but can only hope. Anyway, continue on. Last remaining operating coaster for the day is Infusion, Vekoma SLC. Saved the best for last, obviously. Let's have a ride on Infusion. Alright, so for a Road 2 ride on Infusion. coasters like this exist. That was painful. Definitely not vest restraints, but it needs it. Infusion. So we'll see if the big one opens. Otherwise, that's all available coasters that are operational today. Done. Saw a Wallace and Gromit dark ride. I might go check that out on the way back to Icon for more rides. Still holding out hope for the big one, but it's not looking good. All right, after the madness of Vekoma SLC, I need a breather. So, how about a dark ride? Wallace and Gromit's Thrill-O-Matic. And Infusion definitely needs vest restraints or to be scrapped. One of the two. That was bad. Totally walked by the entrance too. How about a dark ride?
Say cheese. Cheese. We'll go somewhere where there's cheese. Oh, good job I greased the bearings. Did you check the brakes, lad? 60 seconds to blast off. No crackers from it. We forgot the crackers. Hold on, bro. Hold on. What's today, lad? Tuesday. Isn't supposed to do that. Don't worry, madam. Everything's under control. My machine. I've got patent pending. I've got a bomb in my hands. Oh no. Oh, that's quite enough. You'll be hearing from my solicitor about this. Capable of over 125 RPM. That's rabbits per minute.
Turn to have a spot of rabbit bother and triple straight on over the fight it out.
Hang in there, Gromit. Everything's under control. Good boy, Gromit, man. Well done. Well, that went as well as could be expected from it, didn't it? Well done. Well done, Chuck.
That was Wallace and Gromit. Kind of missed the jump scare at the end, but Still a good ride, I thought. Not familiar with the source material, but a decent dark ride nonetheless. About an hour left before park close. I'm gonna head on over to Icon for a few more rides. Doubt that the big one is opening, especially at this point, but we'll see. So I make my way over there. I find it kind of strange that you have to like scan in your park ticket before each ride. Does anybody know why that is? I've never seen that before, except at like pay per ride parks. Maybe this used to be a pay per ride, or maybe it still is. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys know. I'm kind of curious about that. Seems a little inefficient because they have to staff somebody for it. Anyway, more rides in Icon. finished up with 3 more rides there on Icon. Did a near back row, a row 2, and somewhere in the mid-train. It's a great ride. I do feel like I need to come back when it's warmer out anyway to fully judge it. It's hard to judge a coaster that's kind of based on speed when it's pretty darn cold out. But I'm lucky to have gotten on it anyway, as I was very worried on the drive up this morning. It was about a 2-hour drive from the hotel. Just looking at the forecasting, that it was going to be about 40 degrees and windy. Wasn't even sure if the park was going to open, let alone still able to get 9 roller coaster credits in today. Turned out to be a great day, and it's actually fairly warm right now. So it was a great first visit here to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I'll definitely be back in the future. Got to mention, I still got to come back for this one, the big one. An Aero hyper coaster, much like Magnum at Cedar Point. Definitely gives me an excuse to come back, which I'm sure I will be back. Had a great time here today. Operations are fantastic, everybody friendly. Had a great first visit here to my first theme park visit in the UK. Up next tomorrow is going to be Alton Towers, which will be, I think, next week for you guys in the next vlog. Cannot wait to get on Nemesis, Smiler, Wicker Man, a few other good ones. So thanks so much, guys, for watching, sticking around to the very end. I'm gonna hop in some merch shops here, pick up some merch, and then go check out the beach before driving back to the hotel. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and with that, signing off from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Take care, guys. Got so wrapped up in the coasters, I forgot there was a whole front section here. The Ghost Train, Alice in Wonderland, whatever this flat ride is. Very similar to Golden Zephyr at California Adventure. So still more reasons to come back in the future. There's also Grand National, which is a dueling wooden coaster here. Another classic one. They got a lot of classic rides here.